What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another helpful video. This video is going to break down very quickly day trading and swing trading today. As you guys can see, these past couple of weeks, I haven't been day trading how I normally do. I've been swing trading a lot more, and it's actually been leading to much more consistent growth within my account. Not only with my account, but I showed you guys in yesterday's video how my little sister was able to grow her account 20%. 1 week. So yesterday she was a little bit above $600. I'm gonna have a talk with her. I think I'm gonna put her right over the $1,000 price point. She's been doing very well, and she's been taking positions on certain trades that are ones that I haven't even really recommended. So I'll talk to you guys and I'll break down a series of stocks that we traded today, how I identified potential, how I made the decision on where to buy, where to sell, and where to cut my losses, and what led to my success. Again, this is not the only way of day trading. If you guys are originally or just getting started in investing in the stock market, we have 3 rules within our group, and we suggest for you to not invest based on anyone else's opinion. We suggest for you to only invest in what you understand, and to always have a plan when investing. Understanding that means being able to manage your risk. Knowing where you're buying, knowing where you're selling, and knowing where you're going to be cutting your losses before you take a position. With those 3 simple steps is what has led my little sister growing her account from $500 to $600 and I don't know $33 or something like that. But it's really cool being able to see firsthand how me kind of guiding her in the right direction. Again, I am kind of just feeding her the different stocks and positions that I'm taking, and she just does it in a much smaller scale. But she's also really getting the whole mechanics down, and that's the whole thing. And I hope that you guys can do the same thing. If you guys would like to be a part of our group, the link is in the description. It says free Facebook group. We're over 47,000 members worldwide. And the thing that we do best is we provide a free and simple platform for traders and entrepreneurs to network with one another. That's really just it. We don't tell you what to buy. We don't tell you what to sell. And we're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to spoon feed you. We're here to tell you what we've done well and some areas of opportunity from ourselves, like some mistakes. So you don't have to repeat them yourself. So I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day and to watching this video. I think it should be pretty simple and pretty easy for you to understand how I'm breaking down these stocks. So I hope that I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm going to be talking about. Vincent Smith is saying, Ricky, love your channel, man. Always dropping that fire. Thank you. Your position to generate profit. Okay. And then Antony was actually the one that told me to go live, and I was like, man, already being told what to do. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. And then after this video, guys, if you guys found any of the content that I talked about in this video useful or helpful, please feel free to share it with someone that you think that can benefit. It really helps us out just getting the exposure out there, as we are doing this all for free. So we'd love the exposure, and we'd love for you guys to tell your friends if you guys see value in that. So very quick, one of the first positions I'm going to talk that my little sister took in the video that I filmed yesterday. I'm sure you guys saw that video. It did pretty well. It says how to grow your Robinhood account 20% within 1 week, right? So go ahead and click on that video if you haven't after this video. But it goes into detail about what grew her account, and it also showed you guys. I logged into her account, and she took a position on EFX. EFX is one, and this is the simple breakdown that I've had with her. So we just type in EFX. EFX, if you don't know about this one, this is one that I've have been swing trading within the past couple of days because of the potential that we've seen. We know a little bit of the company itself and what led to the huge drop. So EFX is look a little bit more into it. Again, this is not a suggestion for you to trade any of the stocks that we're going to be talking about, but it got hacked. Unfortunately, there were like over 120 million Social Security numbers that were stolen. Due to that, obviously, it brought their stock price down because of the uncertainty of this company being able to fulfill its role. Due to that, a bunch of people oversold. What we did was we identified a support, and it's been on an upward trend ever since. I called out the resistance at 110, and most likely it will continue seeing an upward trend. But what I really liked about it within the past couple of days was, if we look at this three-day breakdown, it's been bouncing and hitting a ceiling off the VWAPs very easily. So all it came down to was we saw that the day prior, the day before yesterday, it hit a high or a resistance at 109, right? 108.99 to be exact. But it saw a pullback, and it was really with that simple understanding that I was like, okay, yesterday it saw a pullback right at the market open, and I saw that it had a pullback all the way down to the golden VWAP. I was going to take a position on it, but I decided not to. The thing and the reason that I sent my little sister this message was because it was pulled back so quick. I could see with my RSI indicator that it was oversold. Meaning that, you know, it was most likely going to bounce back again, not 100%. So something that I like to do that I've, you know, talked to her numerous times about is wait for the pullback and wait for a sign of upward momentum. With that simple understanding, she bought right in right as it broke. So she bought right in right before it broke above 105. We knew that there was a resistance at 105. It usually has a resistance every, you know, $1. Understanding that every $1 for this $100 stock, it's 1%. So it's a lot easier to manage a risk on the stock, and that's why I suggested for her to take a position. Again, she's investing with my money. So it broke above the golden VWAP, the purple VWAP, I apologize, but that wasn't really just it. All I wanted to see was a sign of an upward momentum, and then I was like, look, once it starts showing signs of an upward trend, I would suggest to buy in. She bought in at 104.98, and today for a swing trade, again, using the VWAP indicator, she ended up selling when it broke at above 107. She had her limit order to sell at 107. It broke above 107, hit highs of, you know, above, you know, 107.50, but realistically, she stuck to her plan. She knew that because of the such like people overselling the stock, it led to those that see potential in the stock to take advantage of that opportunity. So all we waited for was for it to identify its support, oversold. It started seeing an upward trend. We waited for it to be at that critical point of, like, you know, 105, and then it continued to see that upward trend. So we waited for the pullback, waited for it to identify its support, and then waited for that upward trend. With that understanding, she got in at a good price point, and today she sold at a good price point. Yes, could she have made more money a little bit longer and potentially sell at 109? Yes, but she stuck to her plan. She knew where she was buying. She knew, she was hoping, right, realistically on where to sell. It was around 106, 107. She sold at 107. Wasn't huge profit. I mean, if you think about what type of quality stock this is and how high priced it is, it was 1.9%, nothing huge, right? And again, she's trading with like per position. So again, nothing huge, but it just comes down to the principle of how to break down and identify potential. The day before, we saw that it was a little bit overpriced, the RSI indicator, saw a pullback, saw opportunity, waited for the pullback, waited for the bounce trend, then that's when I make the decision to buy in. That's when I send her the message, and that's where we go from there. So with that understanding, I showed you guys yesterday in the video that she had a position on EFX, and then she sold today for a profit. Now, I was swing trading you guys, like I was letting the team know, and I told you, regardless of what happened, I am not going to swing trade you guys just because it's been acting a little weird. With that being said, I should have sold at a much higher price today. I should have sold at like 170. I did not. It had a pullback, hit lows of 1130. So I bought in yesterday at 1150. Therefore, you know, this is why sometimes when I say, you know, why hold a stock overnight when more opportunity can present itself, or the same opportunity can present itself the same day without having to, you know, go through the risk of holding it overnight. And I don't have to worry about, you know, the day trade limitation since I have over $25,000 in my account. So that was my mistake. I didn't lock in profits yesterday when I got in again at 105, but it's because it saw a little bit of a pullback, and then I got in at a, you know, price point. I should have gotten in at a much lower price point. Today, it had another pullback, bounce off the golden VWAP, broke above 170. I still didn't sell. And then when it came down to trading after market hours, ended up I told you guys I was going to lock it in at whatever the price is after market hours because I did not want to hold over the weekend. Ended up selling at 1160, made 10 cents per share. And again, I had $4,000 invested in this one, made less than 1% on this trade. I was able to, you know, cover my commissions through Fidelity. So that was totally fine. Now, I do want to talk to you guys. My little sister did take a position on her Robinhood account with this one. I didn't tell her to. She's been seeing that I've been trading it often. So she got in at 1140. What was it? 1145. And it comes down to understanding that basically it's been bouncing at around 1140. So her getting in, I think it hit lows of 143 or 1142. Or 1143, around that price point. She got in at 1145. Not bad, right? I just didn't see the value in holding the stock overnight. I actually don't think she has any day trades left. So that's why it led her to go to a swing trade. But she knew that getting into it. She took a position knowing that it was a swing trade. Moving on to the next one. This was my biggest position for the day. And I do want to give, this is for all those that are tuning in. And I know some of you guys are tagging me and stuff like that. Give me one quick second, and then I'll answer all your guys' questions. So for those that are asking, where do I do all these call outs? You guys saw my video today and how I was breaking down a series of stocks. I broke down Roku and I told you guys that I was waiting for the pullback at the support. If you guys joined us for the live chat in the Tech Club Solutions platform, I called out when I bought in at the bounce and I called out when or where I was going to sell. I was able to break it down for you guys. And with that simple understanding, I want you guys to know that ROKU, I did not call out this ticker. It's a ticker that I believe it had its IPO launch yesterday, and it was a huge gainer. I personally did not. I did not trade it. It was a huge trader or huge gain for so many members within our group, but it's because all the members within our group saw value in that specific stock, which led them to start talking about it, and that's where the networking comes into play. Because of this platform and this networking group that we have, it exposed me to the opportunity that ROKU potentially offered. It doesn't mean that I had to trade it just because everyone else was trading it. I wanted to trade it when I saw value in it, and I saw a little bit of a trend. I saw that it was oversold, so I was going to do the same thing that happened with the position that happened kind of with like EFX. It was so overpriced that it experiences a pullback and it almost oversells. And I'm going to break it down for you on how I was able to identify that. And it's very simple. If you guys joined us for the voice chat, then you guys heard me call it out that I was going to wait for the bounce off the golden VWAP. And I waited for the bounce off the golden VWAP, and I didn't buy until it broke above a resistance. It's a technique that I've done numerous times. Again, nothing special. It's just, they're just trends. And I don't know how to explain it to you guys. You guys can feel free to join us within the live chat, just like I've told you guys, and I'm pretty sure a good amount of people joined us because I shouted it out when I was about to join the voice chat. But I want you guys to understand that you guys don't need to be trading everything it is that I'm trading. You guys don't need to be, and this is where I might like end up, confusing you guys. I have this networking platform and I want you guys to share ideas, right? We provide it for you and it's for free, but I want you guys to understand that I don't want this platform to be we're not here to spoon feed you. And I want you guys to be able to be your own decision makers, be able to identify your own potential and to be able to come up with your own plan. I feel like too many people are always asking, hey, should I buy this? Hey, should I sell this? This is not a place where we tell you what to buy and what to sell. And I want you guys to understand that. For those that are just starting out, it might just mean that you might have to start paper trading or simulation trading just so you don't have to risk any real money. But understanding that, I don't want you guys to have to piggyback or mimic any of my trades. And that's why when I joined you guys in the voice chat and I called out the different stock that if you guys joined us for the voice chat, even for the 10-15 minutes that I was there, I called out my trade on Roku and I got tagged maybe like 15 times. People asking me, hey, should I buy in here with you? Should I, what do you plan on selling? This is why I don't like telling you guys what it is that I'm buying and selling because I feel like I have such a, I don't want to say a large following, but I have a pretty solid following when it comes to our platform. And I don't want you guys, I'm pretty good at cutting my losses and not a lot of new traders are. And because of that, I'm not here to tell you what to buy and what to sell. You should never, ever, ever make a sole investment decision based on someone else's opinion. And I want you guys to understand that. And I know, that's probably what you guys want, but I can tell you the reward, and not only the reward, but the success that you will truly see in this market is going to be so much greater if you truly understand what you're investing in. And I hope that just shed some light in the type of networking group that we are. I will never ever tell you when to buy or when to sell. So many people ask me for my opinion, and that's fine, but you should never make your sole investment decision based on even my opinion. You should understand what you're investing in. And if you don't, just dedicate a little bit more time in understanding the risk involved. Because my little sister, and this is where I kind of bite my tongue, because I'm telling my sister, what I'm buying, where I'm selling, and where I'm cutting my losses, but she's investing my money. And she's my little sister, and I'm telling her where to cut losses and stuff like that, and she doesn't even listen sometimes. She went down on her account, and I think like a month ago because she didn't listen. I don't want to say she didn't listen to me, but she broke one of her rules, and it's one of the mistakes that she makes, and she lost a couple $100, and it was my couple hundred. But now she's getting a little bit better. But it's because I'm here. I feel like I can tell her what to do because it's my money, and I'm trying to guide her in the right direction. It's that one-on-one mentorship. I'm not here mentoring each one of you and following up with you guys, every 30 minutes or every hour. Therefore, I can't be there right by your side if you need to cut losses or anything like that. Understanding that, I'm not here to tell you what to buy or what to sell. You should never do that. But I hope you guys understand that. So, and then there's people that are saying that I'm greedy because I'm not sharing what it is that I'm trading. It's not that I'm greedy. It's that I don't want to be, I don't want to be someone, again, like the quote, I don't want to be someone that, just is here to help you out just for one day. I feel like if I can really educate you on the fundamentals on what has led to my success, but you to be able to see what has led to everyone else's success, the 47,000 members we have within the group, you're a unique individual and you can develop your own unique strategy based on everyone else's best practices. And that's what I want. I don't want to, feed you here just for a day. I want you to understand how to feed yourself for a lifetime. And that's what I'm trying to build. And I know a lot of people might be turned off by it because it might be a little bit difficult. But thank you. And I'm sorry that, if this is not the group for you because you want to be told what to buy and what to sell, then I'm just telling you overall in the stock market, this is not a market that you get lucky on. And this is not a market long-term that you can really piggyback off of people's investing decision. It should be your decision. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to break it down. And man, this video is a little bit longer than I expected. But I'm going to go to the 1 minute chart. Pretty much what I said, I'm not going to repeat really what I said. You guys can watch my video that I made live today. But pretty much what I said was like, hey, look, it looks oversold. This is on the 1 minute, 1 day chart. Looks oversold, resistance still at $30, experiencing a pullback. I was like, let it drop below. It looks like it was trying to identify support at the purple VWAP. I was like, hey, if it comes to the price point of bouncing at the golden VWAP, I'll buy. And if it doesn't, then I won't trade it. All I did was I waited for the bounce off the golden VWAP. I did not buy in at that price point. What I like to do is wait for the pullback and wait for the break above a resistance. That was $26. And that's when I made the decision to buy in. Once it started approaching $26, it broke above it. Then I had a little bit of pullback, bought in at $26, ended up selling my position at $28.10. My little sister did the same thing. She bought in a little bit later because she was busy, I guess. She bought in at $26.85, ended up selling a little bit less than I did. She ended up selling at $28.08. And she sold when it was actually seeing a downward trend. I sold when it was an upward trend, so I locked in profits right away. She got it a little bit later. Again, because there's that delay. I'm not with her right away. And it was simply a day trade. I wanted to break this down for you guys real quick. Again, the trend was, I saw that it was overpriced. I waited for the pullback. I waited for the bounce off the golden VWAP, and I waited for it to see signs of an upward momentum and break above a resistance. That was $26. When it did that, I was in. I knew what my, I knew where it bounced, so I was going to cut losses if it breaks below that. So my risk was less than 3%, which is normally what I'm willing to risk. And I knew my potential profit. I mean, I was hoping to sell at around $29, but it didn't even move that much. I saw that it was struggling to really, break above 28. That's why I just made the decision to sell right above 28. So ended up, it was a really solid trade for what it was that, I took a position on. Didn't go in very heavy. That was with $3,500. And on that specific trade, I personally made $283. My little sister made 4.5% on her trade. Again, she's not trading with a lot of money, but hopefully she can join us with the $1,000 club by next week. I'm going to be funding her account a little bit more just because she's really getting the hang of things. Now, again, she's made the decision to trade swing trade EFX, which is not something that I suggested to swing trade it, but she made, about almost 2% on that one. And then she made the decision to swing trade UGAS, which is not something that I suggested because I actually did the exact opposite. She's up on this specific swing about 1.4% after market hours, but that means nothing because if it's after market hours, I don't even think she has the ability to sell during pre-market or after market. So she's going to have to wait till market open, and we'll have to see and follow up how she ends up doing on that. But I am free and clear to go. I am not holding any position over the weekend, and that's really just it. So there's an individual. Okay, I don't even know if they're commenting against me or anything like that. But I just hope the breakdown. If you guys saw the trend that we were able to identify on our position on ROKO, what we did was it was oversold or overpriced right at market open. So we wait for the pullback, we wait for the bounce, and we wait for it to break above a resistance. It's something that I've done multiple times trading JNUG, JDST, all those inverse ETFs, and it's something that I decided to do with this specific high volume stock. Roku, because of its IPO launch, is very hyped up right now. There's no question about that. And if you guys could see during aftermarket hours, it actually broke below $26. And that's why I personally said that I'm not going to swing trade it. I think the demand and the hype, just like when Snapchat launched, it's going to die out and then it'll slowly go to its true valuation, which might be anywhere around from like, $16 to $17. Understanding that, I thought I could ride the hype on that bounce and try to get in early and sell at a good price point. That's all we did. And just understand that not every trade is going to work out according to your plan, but it's those that, that's why there's always that risk management that's super important. So if you guys learn anything from this video, understand, consistency is key. You should always have a plan when investing, and risk management is one of the most important factors when trading and investing in any market. I have the multiple investment properties that I've purchased. We bought the McLaren, the Z06, and there's always this form of risk involved. Even when I invest in specific ventures or someone's business, there's always this form of risk that I take into consideration, and I always consider the worst case scenario. I feel like a lot of traders always just hope or think that they're going to make a profit. That's not the case. 90% of traders lose money. Understand that. Consider yourself one of those 90%. Plan for that, and then plan not plan for failure, but understand that 90% of people lose money in the stock market. So what is it that you're going to do that's different? You have to set up criteria, and there's just so many different things that you have to do, but keep it simple, have fun with it, and invest only in what you see value in, not based on other people's opinion. So thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. If you guys have any questions, also, it looks like we have a couple traders talking about Roku and their trade. So I do want to congratulate every single trader that did extremely well. I'm going to be shouting you guys out on my personal Instagram. The link is down below if you guys want to follow me. I'm going to go ahead and shout you guys out because you guys did an amazing job this week. We absolutely killed it. And I shouted you guys out on the Facebook group. Again, the link is down below, but I just want to thank you guys for all your consistency, your patience, and for our top traders going out of their way and assisting our members. And I'm going to post about it today in my Instagram and the Facebook. His name is Fidel. And he's a really good trader within our group, and he's been locking in consistent profit. He went out of his way to answer some of our members' questions, which led to one of the success of one of our traders which he posted on Facebook and shouted him out for the assistance or for the proper guidance on that trade that led to a success. So again, this is a networking group. We're here to share best practices, share mistakes, not tell you what to invest in. And if you're here to try to be spoon-fed, then I'm sorry, this is not the group for you. So continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and like always, guys, let your passion be what drives you in your success. If you guys want to order your Tech Buds t-shirt, link is in the description. You guys don't have to, just if you guys see value in it. So thank you guys again. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Be safe, study hard, have fun, and do what it is that you love. Success will follow eventually. Just be passionate about it. Thank you guys again. Take care. Let's make sure that we're in the year on a green note. Man, that was not smooth. Take care.